Hello! Did you know that not all fats are created equal? Belly fat is more than just a nuisance that makes your clothes feel tight. It's more than a cosmetic issue. This type of fat is the most dangerous kind there is. It can lead to serious health problems. And yes, you should be concerned about it. And try to get rid of it once and for all. And get this, you don't have to be overweight or obese to have this type of fat surrounding your internal organs. Even thin people can have it, so pay attention. In this video, you will learn how to get rid of dangerous abdominal fat for good. There will be 5 science-backed steps to beat belly fat that you can start implementing today. These steps will improve your overall health, your energy levels, reduce inflammation, and help you avoid all the harmful consequences that fat can bring. So stay until the end because this topic is crucial for your health. But first, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our health tips, and hit the notification bell, otherwise you won't get notified about new videos. And also, it's very important to spread this knowledge to your friends and family, because when it comes to your health, our health is worth sharing. So go ahead and share it. And tell me, do you struggle with this belly fat? Have you tried everything and couldn't get rid of it? What part of the US or the world are you watching from? Write it down below. Let's get started. What are the 2 types of fat in your belly? There are 2 types of fat. The one right under your skin, the subcutaneous fat, and the other one deep inside, surrounding your organs. This fat is the dangerous one, not the one that causes love handles. This deep fat in your belly wraps around your organs, your liver, stomach, kidneys, and intestines. And it acts like an endocrine organ. The visceral fat is metabolic active. What does that mean? It means this internal fat produces substances that interfere with hormones, regulating your appetite, mood, brain functions, and cortisol, the stress hormone, in addition to increasing inflammation in your entire body. And what does this inflammation cause? It can increase your risk of insulin resistance, prediabetes, and diabetes, but also fatty liver disease, high blood pressure, heart disease, and even cancer. Think of something that messes with all your internal controls. This shows you that visceral fat is not your friend, and the problem isn't just cosmetic. But, as I said, not all fat is the same. It depends on where it's stored. What's the difference between apple and pear obesity? I bet you notice there is a difference between apple and pear obesity. The apple shape is when fat is located mainly in the belly, when the waist is wider than the hips and thighs. In pear obesity, fat is deposited in the legs and hips, which doesn't have as much a negative impact on your health. Oh no, you are part of the apple-shaped group. Have you ever wondered why you've been accumulating this belly fat? Why are you accumulating belly fat? Well, I'm going to give you a few reasons for that. Think about 4 things. Reason number 1 for accumulating belly fat: you are seriously stressed. When your levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, are too high, it triggers the release of insulin. You feel hungrier, you eat more, and cortisol also helps release myostatin, a protein that breaks down muscles. So you gain belly fat and lose muscle mass. Reason number 2 for accumulating belly fat: you are eating wrong. You are eating trans fats, which are the worst type of fat of all. They cause inflammation and actively contribute to the growth of your waistline. Not just by forming new fat, but by moving the fat from other areas of the body to the belly. You have to read the labels of everything you buy. If you see hydrogenated fats and hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated vegetable oils, leave it right there at the supermarket. Don't bring it home under any circumstances. Where are trans fats most common? In cakes, pies, cookies, ice cream, nuggets, and fast foods. No, you don't eat trans fats. But if you're eating a lot of sugar and drinking sodas and juices, you're going to increase your belly size. Look what happened to this American man. He decided to go overboard with soda for a month to see what would happen. Take a look at that belly fat after just 1 month. Reason number 3 for accumulating belly fat. You are drinking too much alcohol. Is it true that beer gives you a belly? Of course, lots of calories of any kind, whether from alcohol or any food, can increase belly fat. Since an average beer can have over 150 calories, it doesn't take long for a belly to form. Even worse, beer can also interfere with fat burning because your liver will burn alcohol first instead of fat. Reason number 4 for accumulating belly fat: you have poor gut bacteria diversity. Most of your gut bacteria are quite useful. They produce hormones, control your appetite, strengthen your immune system, extract nutrients from food, control your mood. Think of the gut as your second brain, and much more. Scientists have found that the less diverse your gut bacteria are, the more likely you are to have belly fat. And some bacteria can get in the way. How to know if you have visceral fat? The best way to know for sure how much visceral fat you have is through imaging, like an MRI or CT scan. But I'll tell you on a secret. This isn't done in practice. There's a more effective and free way to estimate your visceral fat, and that's by measuring your waist. Stand up, get a tape measure, and place it around your waist. Feel the sides and find the bottom of your ribs and the top of your hips. Place a tape measure around your middle at a point halfway between them, just above your belly button. Make sure the tape is snug, but not too tight. Breathe out and take your measurement. Repeat the measurement just to be sure. What is abdominal obesity? Abdominal obesity is defined as a waist circumference of 35 inches or more, 88 centimeters, in women, and 40 inches or more, 102 centimeters, in men. There are variations among ethnicities. For example, in Chinese populations, 31.5 or more inches, 80 centimeters, for women, and 33.5 inches or more, 85 centimeters, for men, is considered abdominal obesity. And is this measurement important? Just to give you an idea, a study with over 650,000 participants conducted by researchers at Mayo Clinic in the US compared men with a waist circumference of over 43 inches, 110 centimeters, with men who had a circumference of less than 37 inches, 94 centimeters. And what did they find? Those with the larger circumference had a higher mortality rate, 50% higher. And for women, was the result the same? No, the impact was even greater. Those with a waist larger than 37 inches, 94 centimeters, had an 80% higher risk of death than women with a waist less than 27.5 inches, 70 centimeters. In that study, for every 2 inch, 5 centimeters, increase in waist circumference, the mortality risk rose 7% for men and 9% for women. And the opposite is also true. If you reduce your belly, you will reduce your risk. So measure your waist circumference. If you are above the recommended level, it's time to reduce it as quickly as possible. So pay close attention to these 5 science-backed steps to beat belly fat. Step number 5, boost your metabolism. Although you are focused on your belly fat right now, 1,000 crunches a day won't eradicate it. It will be your habits, both what you eat and drink and what you burn, that will help you get a flat stomach. There is no magic pill. The good news is that when the weight starts to come off, visceral fat is the first to go, as it's broken down more quickly than other types of fat. A faster metabolism helps burn fat. How do you boost your metabolism? Through 3 measures: aerobic exercise, lifting weights, and eating more protein. These 3 things will increase your lean muscle mass, which helps burn fat more effectively. For physical activity, you get the most benefit from exercises that work large muscle groups like those in your legs. But here, you should focus less on walking and more on running or cycling, as walking generates low energy consumption. And here, I'll give you an important tip that changed my life. If you have little time for exercise, focus on high intensity interval training, HIIT. In this case, your doctor should give you the okay, because you will be doing high intensity workouts. A 2018 meta-analysis which reviewed 39 studies found that high intensity interval training significantly reduced total fat, abdominal fat, and visceral fat. The real beauty of HIIT is its efficacy. Why? Because you get the same results in half the time. And for those of you who are always in a hurry, always on the go, this short duration of HIIT helps make exercise a part of your routine, and better yet, helps you maintain consistency. Furthermore, several studies have demonstrated HIIT's impressive ability to boost your metabolism from hours after exercise. Just to be clear, HIIT is that workout that you alternate between bursts of intense, fast exercise as fast as you can handle, followed by short rest periods. Think 60 seconds of hard work followed by 2 minutes of light activity. Repeat it several times until you complete 20 minutes. These 20 minutes are equivalent to 40 minutes of a moderate intensity walk, swim, or bike ride. Push your pace until you are breathless. And when your program time is up, 30 seconds for example, you should lower the intensity to catch your breath before starting again. There are several free apps for high intensity interval training. But pay attention. If you make your recovery phase too short, you won't be able to reach the ideal intensity in the next interval. I've been doing HIIT for many years and I recommend it. I alternate 1 minute of intense work with 2 minutes of rest, but it's different for everyone. And of course, to gain muscle mass, you should lift weights. You can alternate high-intensity workouts with weightlifting sessions. Here's a Harvard University study that followed more than 10,000 men for 12 years and found that those who did 20 minutes of weight training combined with aerobic training gained less abdominal fat than those who only used the treadmill. Regardless of your routine, it's important to vary it, because your body becomes more and more efficient and that efficiency translates into your burning fewer calories. So mix it up. And the third measure to boost your metabolism is to increase the protein in your diet. Proteins make you burn more calories through their thermic effect. Additionally, proteins reduce appetite and have a satiating effect because they reduce a hormone called ghrelin, which makes you hungry. Step number 4, boost your nutrition. Well, I just mentioned that you should focus on proteins to increase muscle mass, but you should also increase healthy fat. Everyone knows someone who lives at the gym but still has a little pouch. The fact, since fat loss depends on a calorie deficit, eating less than you're expecting, exercise alone may not bring the desired results. Fat loss is actually more about your meals than your workouts. Focus on fiber, fruits and vegetables, healthy fats, avocado, olive oils, nuts, seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, and proteins. You shouldn't focus on a single food. Oh, I'll start eating avocado now. That alone doesn't work. The ideal approach is a change in eating patterns. For example, trying the Mediterranean diet, which is associated with numerous health benefits and has shown a protective effect for many health problems, including obesity. Step number 3, cut your carbs. I'm not talking about carbs that have nutrition like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Those need to be in your diet because they have vitamins, minerals, and fiber. They boost your immunity and make you stronger. The problem is the empty calories from refined carbohydrates. Can you have some pasta or bread roll once in a while? Yes, but in moderation. Can you eat white rice? Yes, in moderation. Can you eat sugar? Best to avoid that one. Studies show that sweet drinks are the main villains when it comes to visceral fat. As I said, the easiest ways to reduce your sugar intake, which will, yes, reduce your visceral fat, is through sugary drinks. Cut out sodas, cut out fruit juices, cut out beer, or at least reduce them significantly. Some people just, by stopping drinking beer, lost up to 9 pounds, 4 kilos in a month without changing their diet. Step number 2, lower your cortisol levels. Cortisol is the stress hormone and it greatly increases visceral fat. When you are very stressed or sleep deprived, your body produces a lot of cortisol, which will cause you to accumulate fat in your belly, especially that deeper visceral fat. So to reduce cortisol, you will have to do 2 things: reduce stress and sleep well. How to reduce stress? It's difficult, but not impossible. Physical exercise will reduce your stress, even if it's just walking. Trying meditation and deep breathing also helps. Trying to feel more in control of your life helps too. And sleeping well helps a lot. You see, inadequate sleep wreaks havoc in your metabolism. When you don't get enough rest, you want to eat more to replenish energy. And yes, your body will simultaneously reduce its energy burn. Getting a good night's sleep is fundamental for your physical and mental health, for your overall well-being, improving immunity, brain function, and normalizing cortisol levels. Step number 1, make your gut work for you. How? Cultivate good bacteria. Have a variety of bacteria. How? A diet rich in fiber, the Mediterranean diet, avoiding antibiotic as much as possible. All of this helps your flora become more diverse. And if you want to buy probiotics, which one should you choose? One of the bacteria I have to emphasize is Akkermansia mucinophila. If you read about this bacterium, you see that it reduces obesity. How? Akkermansia benefits your metabolism, improves the metabolic disorders associated with abdominal obesity, and boosts your immunity. But it's difficult bacterium to cultivate. It's an anaerobic bacterium, so it avoids oxygen. So you can't find probiotics with Akkermansia in the formula. However, a study found that administering a mixture of Lactobacillus rhamnosus and Bifidobacterium animalis increased the amount of Akkermansia in the gut. But does this combination lead to weight loss? That's exactly what some studies found. In a study of overweight or obese women who took a probiotic including strains of Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium versus a placebo, those who consumed the probiotic lost significantly more belly fat than those who took the placebo. And another study with 135 people with abdominal fat found that those who took Bifidobacterium animalis daily for 3 months lost more belly fat compared to those who took a placebo. Another interesting bacterium is Lactobacillus gasseri, which also shows promising effects on weight loss. So, if you are going to buy probiotics, consider this combination: Lactobacillus rhamnosus and Bifidobacterium animalis. Try to increase Akkermansia and also Lactobacillus gasseri. But if you don't want to, just eat right. Lots of fiber, fruits, and vegetables, which in the end will have the same effect. Important thing, this will help you shrink your waistline. Now that you've learned the 5 steps to flatten your belly, I'll give you 5 tips to help you eliminate those dangerous pounds lodged around your organs. Tip number 1, set goals. A study published in the Journal of Human Nutrition and Dietetics found that setting weight loss goals increases your chances of achieving them, even if the goal seems unrealistic in the eyes of others. It's by aiming that you will try and sometimes succeed in hitting the target. Tip number 2, don't let dieting take over your life. Just thinking about dieting won't help you. As Dostoevsky wrote, if you try to avoid thinking about a polar bear, the bear will come to mind every minute. If you think, I'm not going to eat that, that thought will keep coming back until you satisfy your desire. It will cause cravings. The plan will backfire. In fact, an American psychologist named Wagner proved Dostoevsky was right when his theory of ironic processes. When we try not to think about something, one part of your mind avoids the forbidden thoughts, but another part checks in from time to time to make sure the thought isn't surfacing, thus ironically bringing it to mind. With food, it's complicated, so focus on your goals and let life flow. Eat what you want once in a while, but then get back to your goals, and you'll be able to lose belly fat more quickly. Tip number 3, try to lose weight with the help of your friends. According to a study published on the journal Obesity, during a team-based weight loss competition, receiving encouragement from a teammate increases your chances of achieving significant weight loss by 20%. So grab some friends who also want to lose weight and join forces for a common goal. Tip number 4, celebrate small victories in weight loss. Have short-term goals. I want to lose 7 pounds, 3 kilos in a month, instead of lose 22 pounds, 10 kilos in 4 months. And when you reach it, celebrate. A study from the University of Alabama found that people who met their short-term goals, celebrating small achievements, were more successful in losing weight and were able to keep it off long-term. Tip number 5, remembering that losing fat is for your health. You don't need to lose it fast just to wear a bikini in the summer. If you are working to improve, keep going. Keep your head up and be patient. Remember that reducing your waist circumference by 2 inches reflects in years you will add to your life. Monitor your progress by measuring your waist weekly and watch it shrink. And if you get results, write about them down below in the comments to encourage others. I want to see you and all the members of this channel succeed. Did you enjoy the video? And which video will you watch next? I'll leave you my 2 suggestions here on the sides. My video about the benefits of climbing stairs, you'll be shocked. And what are the best fruits for diabetics and pre-diabetes. My name is Andrew Wambier, I'm a cardiologist, and you're watching Dr. Dre Health Tips. Remember to subscribe, and until the next video. Thank you so much.